Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be my thoughts on the first week of the year using my Hobonichi planners and my common planners. Now I will caveat that this is January the 14th, so this is a little bit more than a week, but I really wanted to document what I'm thinking and how I am liking the planners that I did purchase for 2024. And if you would be interested to see my thoughts, what I like, what I wish I would have done differently, then go ahead and keep watching. So these are the planners that I currently have that I use or I planned to use on a daily basis in 2024. We have the Hobonichi Cousin. This is the Avec. So this is the half year that I'm using for 2024. Last year I used the full year. We have the Hobonichi 5-year planner, and this is for 2024 through 28. We have the common planner. This is the N1H compact full year vertical common planner. This is very similar and equivalent to the Hobonichi Weeks, just it's a little bit taller. But for comparison, or for awareness, this is kind of what took over my Hobonichi Weeks in 2024. And then we have the common planner passport compact full year common planner. So this is a compact common planner. So these are the 4 planners that I plan to use in 2024. So we're going to start with the Hobonichi Cousin. So the Hobonichi Cousin is my everyday functional planner that I use for planning my day, documenting appointments, memory keeping, basically my life in a book. That is what the Hobonichi Cousin is to me. And so I really quickly, I'm going to be doing a flip through at the end of the month, so you'll see these again. But I just kind of wanted to really quickly give you some thoughts on the Avec from the very beginning. So at the very beginning of the year, these are my thoughts and feelings. And then I'll do a mid-year kind of thoughts on my planning process, and then I'll do the end of year kind of wrap up, and that way I have like phased thoughts throughout 2024. So I will say, going to the Avec versus the full year Cousin, I think that's the way to go, and that's the way I'm going to go for as of now. This is, again, I'm going to caveat that this is the very beginning of January, so things will change, but I can see me wanting to stay with the Avec versus the full year. The reason why I say that is just the writing. You don't have as much paper on either side. So a lot of the problems with the Hobonichi Cousin that I had toward like September and on is that it was very unproportional, one side versus the other, with how thick the paper was, or that side was. And so, granted that I've only been using this for 12 days now, so there's really not a lot of bulk that you can have at this point. Just I think the feeling of the balance between the left and the right side of the Hobonichi Avec, for me, I think it just makes more sense. I will say, I think I do like the idea of having, like, in the journal pages, which is where I do all of my memory keeping, I do like the idea of having all of the year in one book. And so I don't have to worry about flipping, if I'm trying to find anything in particular, I don't have to flip between 2 books in the year to find, whatever that particular journal entry is. I like the idea of having everything in one book. However, I think just not the feeling, but the process of documenting my journal got more frustrating to me while I was in the process of documenting whatever happened during that day. In the Hobonichi Cousin, it was more frustrating to me, like I said, after September, going into like October, the last quarter of the year, it just got very cumbersome with the thickness. So I think looking at the Avec versus the full year, I really think I'm going to enjoy like having the Avec more than I am having the full year. So that's kind of my initial thoughts on the Hobonichi Cousin. I knew the Hobonichi Cousin was going to be something I was going to enjoy going into 2024 because I loved it in 2023. I don't see me wanting to stray from the Hobonichi Cousin unless there's another planner that has the same layouts available. Then I might want to just try something different in the future. But unless there's a planner that really grasps my attention, I really think the Hobonichi Cousin is going to be where I'm going to be for the foreseeable future. I love being able to have my monthly, my daily, my weekly, my journals, my year at a glance. Like, there's just so much that's in this planner that I don't think I'm going to want to stray from it. So I knew I was going to be happy with the Hobonichi Cousin. I just didn't know if I was going to be happy with the Avec versus the full year. And so far, I'm definitely thinking I'm going to like the Avec more than I liked the full year. And now we'll move on to the other kind of major planner that I have. And this is the Common Planner. This is essentially everything that's in my Hobonichi Cousin minus the journal entries. This has the Common Planner has everything appointment wise, that type of stuff is in here. So it's basically duplicating the weekly pages. Everything that's in the weekly pages in the Hobonichi Cousin is in my weekly planner, my weekly Common Planner. So there is a duplication. However, I use this as a throw in my bag, take it with me in my purse, take it with me to doctor's appointments, take it with me to work if I have to work outside of my home office. This is just much easier and much more compact and smaller to throw in my bags than potentially my Hobonichi Cousin Avec. So that is what this is for. My main uncertainty was if I was going to like this more than I liked the Hobonichi Weeks. So far, am going to say I think I'm going to like this Common Planner way more than the Hobonichi Weeks. Now, I will say in the Hobonichi Weeks, they did not have like this goal breakout page, which I'm not going to use. There's like these Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 sheets at the very beginning of the Common Planner that I'm just not using. So I think that section is kind of wasteful. I don't know if I'm going to change this and do something a little bit different, but at this point in the Common Planner, there are these first, like 6 or 7 pages that I'm just not going to use, that I did not have to worry about in the Hobonichi Weeks. So that is the one thing that I will say I'm not liking for the Common Planner versus the Hobonichi Weeks. However, that is literally the only thing that I do not like, or that's kind of it tips the Hobonichi Weeks a little higher than the Common Planner. Everything else, Common Planner, I like so much more. So with the Common Planner, the paper is white versus yellow. Love that. Because the Common Planner is a little bit bigger than the Hobonichi Weeks, you have more writable space. And I do not write super, super, super small. Like, this to me is very small. And it took me pretty much 3 months of 2023 to learn how to write within the grid of the Hobonichi paper. And so I like more space being able to write. It's a lot more, it has much more writable space in the Common Planner in like the monthly pages. The other thing I do like is Common Planner does not have all of the different like colors. Like the Hobonichi had the weekends were like different colors like gray and red. It had a little bit more like darker boxes where the month is. So it's very neutral, and it gives me the opportunity that like this is what the paper looks like normally. It's very plain, and it gives me a lot of opportunity to kind of modify it as I need. If I just want something very neutral, very minimalistic, I can do that. I also have the ability to dress up and do whatever I want to with these sheets very easily. So That's also the thing that I do like. The main thing that I like with the Common Planner, and I thought this was going to be a huge like positive for me, and I am 100% correct, with the Hobonichi Weeks. Like, let me change to a different paper. So on the Hobonichi Weeks, this page was not grid. You did not have, it was just plain. So for those of you who are like me, where you work better when there are lines or dots or grids or something on the paper that keeps you writing straight and even, the Common Planner is much more, you're able to do that because the whole thing is grid. Whereas the Hobonichi Weeks, this side was not, it was plain. This side had grid to it. So I do absolutely like that it's grid on both sides. The other thing that I really like is you have, again, very minimalistic layouts. So you don't have to worry about the extra stuff that Hobonichi put underneath their day. So it took away writable space. This also, you don't have like the sayings at the very bottom. So literally from the very top to the very bottom of the page is completely usable paper. So it's so nice. I really do enjoy it. I think this is definitely going to be something that I'm going to be using and not going back to the Hobonichi Weeks. And so far, I really like it. It works really well for me. I use the notes pages in the back I'm not going to show you, but all of the notes pages in the back of the Common Planner are where I've had to take this to like doctor's appointments and things like that. And this just comes in very handy to bring out, and it's not like awkward. Like if I'm at a doctor's appointment, I really don't think I want to flip to like this. If all of these pictures were here and I'm at a doctor's appointment, I don't really want my doctor to see all of my pictures. Like, I just want to write down my notes and not like, I don't know. I would feel weird going to see my doctor on a very serious subject and then potentially having like stickers and like personal pictures on whatever paper that I'm trying to write my notes on. It just doesn't seem like something I would want to do. So having this handy and just really quickly able to write down whatever I want to, because my notes pages does not have decoration to it. It's very simple, and I feel this just works so much better for me. So these are my two main planners, and so far I absolutely love both of them. I think I'm going to be using both of them going forward into 2025. I don't think I'm going to deviate from them unless there's another planner that really jumps out that has the same type of functions as these two planners have, without having something very similar or something that really is eye appealing or gravitating to me. This is going to be where I'm going to be at, and I have a feeling I'm really going to enjoy it in 2024 and potentially into 2025 and out. So these are my planners. The next two planners are the ones I was uncertain about. So we'll do this one first. So this is the 5-year planner. So originally I did not think I was going to need this because all of the like memory keeping that I would normally do in like this 5-year cousin or the 5-year planner, I'm doing in my Hobonichi cousin in my daily pages. So going into 2024, I did not think this was going to be something I would need. However, after thinking about it, my current 8th grader, is going to be going into 9th grade this year in 2024, September of 2024 or August. She'll be going into 9th grade. So the next 4 years of high school are going to be in this book. And so I thought this would be a perfect way to document my oldest going into high school and graduating high school in the next 5 years. And then also my youngest is in 1st grade right now. And so essentially this would cover her entire like middle school life. So I decided to pick this up. Now, what I ended up doing, and I think I'm really going to like it, is I'll flip to this. So On my 5-year planner, I am putting down the temperature because that was something I did like in my 2023 Hobonichi Cousin that I'm no longer doing in 2024, but I thought this would be a good way for me to see how the weather is changing year over year, and it'll be really easy. So I can, in January 1st of 2025, I'll put down the weather and I'll immediately be able to see what the temperature was the year before. So I really like that. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is for like big milestones, like the beginning of January, I'm going to take a picture of both of my girls and I'm going to have like what their height is. So that way I can see specifically my youngest, how much she grows as, you know, from going from 2024 to 2025. So I'll be able to use this side of the page is going to be for pictures. So we have, like in 2024, a picture of Adrian with the gift that we got her. And so I'll use the daily journal to write, or this side to write whatever happened, you know, in 3, 4, 5 sentences. And then if there's something important that I want to put in a picture, that I'll be able to really be able to compare what they, you know, what my kids look like year over year, such as birthdays, New Year's, you know, last day of school, first day of school, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to have that in here. And I'm really liking it. I think I've gotten a good process down in the mornings, which is every morning I go into my Hobonichi Cousin first to update my daily pages, write down all of my to-do lists, write down, you know, anything that I didn't remember to do the night before, or if there's something I wanted to document the night before that I did not do, I'll document that to like kind of backtrack that portion of my memory keeping page. And then I'll go ahead and update my weekly page with, you know, if any new appointments come up. And then after that, I'll do the same thing to my common planner. I'll open this up, update any kind of appointments or to-dos that I want to do for that next day. And that'll take care of my common planner. And then after that, I'll open up my 5-year planner. I'll write down comments, notes, make some pictures for the day before. So I did that this morning. I documented what happened yesterday along with any pictures I wanted to remember. So I did that. And then after the 5-year planner is done, all my planners get put to the side. And then I'll bring out this little baby. Now, of all of my planners, this is the one that I did not know if I was going to want or like or need, and I'm still kind of in that same kind of mindset. So this is my planner that I use for my like video ideas. So I have this channel, the planning channel, but I also have a reading channel, and I wanted to use this to get better with coming up with different video ideas, kind of, you know, specifically for like my planning channel. Last year, I did pretty much every week was a plan with me and my Hobonichi Cousin. And then I would do at the end of the month a kind of a monthly wrap up. And that was pretty much every single video was just that. There was no deviation. There really was very minimal changing to my planner channel. And this year, I want to try to think of different videos, such as this one. So I wanted to have a little mini book that I could keep, that I would be able to jot down, like my reading channel. I know I have a bunch of different video ideas, and then I thought I would have for my monthly page, I could start writing down, you know, what videos I kind of wanted to try to do potentially months in advance. And the same thing with like weekly, you know, videos I wanted to do, like recording and editing and uploading and all that kind of stuff. That was the point of this one. And I honestly don't know if I'm going to keep it up. So I will say I have redid my Notion website. I did have Notion last year, but I did not use it to the level that it can be used. And because of that, I feel like the idea and notes portion of what this book is supposed to do, I was not doing in 2023 that I have now fixed in 2024. So the whole point of this was to document future video ideas, and now I have Notion that kind of does it for me. And I have Notion on my laptop, on my iPad, on my iPhone. Basically, anywhere that I'm going, I'm going to have one piece of technology with me, and I have the capability of jotting down that note immediately without having to bring this out. So I have this on my desk. Like right now, I'll tell, like if you look here, this is the week of January the 1st. I literally have wrote down one thing, and I have not done anything else at all to any of these weekly pages. Actually, they look like there was something. Yeah, so there was one thing. So I haven't really used this as I originally intended because Notion has been restructured, and I really think that's going to replace this book. So, and I'm not feeling very bad about it because I had a feeling this would be the one planner that I did not know if it would make sense to do. And this was also, I had, when I was doing my order for this, I happened to see this and just added it to my cart without thinking. And which is why, like, this has gold foil on the sides. I normally would not have gold foil. I would have taken the foil off like I did here, but I didn't. That's how last minute it was. It was just add to cart, checkout, and that was it. So this was definitely an impulse buy, and I don't think it was money well spent. But we will see. If I don't end up using this for my original intention, you know, I could always just use this for, you know, swatches, other miscellaneous notes, just a little place like a, basically make this like a sticky note that's not sticky. So yeah, so that's what, this is the only planner that I'm just kind of about, but I was kind of about it when I bought it to begin with. So it's, you know, it is what it is. Live and learn. Maybe it'll come in handy later on, but at this point I can guess this planner is going to be thrown in a desk and basically be like this. Never existed. But that is my first thoughts on my 2024 planners. I do have my two pens that I've been using right here. This is my Muji pen in 038. And then this is my fake Pilot Vanishing Point that I got off of Amazon for like $40, I think. Just because I wanted to see if I would like the feel of this, and so I do. I might end up getting the Pilot Vanishing Points maybe for my birthday. I might buy that to myself, I'm not sure, but my common planner uses only the Muji pen right now. My Hobonichi cousin has the daily pages in my fountain pen, and then the weekly pages and the monthly pages is using the Muji pen. But regardless, these are the two pens that I have been using and really enjoying so far in 2024. And that's it for this video. I want to thank everybody who has taken the time to watch the video. If you've made it this far, drop me a little emoji of, I don't know, some books or a calendar or a pen, something stationery wise. Drop me a little emoji on stationery if you've made it to this spot. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Oh, also, before we cut out, if you have any ideas for planner content that you would like to see in my channel, please drop them down below. That way I can make sure to incorporate them in future videos. So any ideas that you have, anything that you would like to see, anything planner related, drop me a comment down below if there's something that you would like to see in a video. I would greatly appreciate it. And with that, thank you for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.